Hey guys, Luke for Smith. Now you're seeing OBS at the minute. Basically because I don't want to show you anything yet. But there has been a confirmed leak. Now, when I first saw this, I was skeptical of it, being as it was like a leak, like a rumored leak. However, all the people and gaming media outlets has basically confirmed it as true, and it's even on the PSN store in some countries. The Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake artwork has been leaked and it's been released and it looks like it's been confirmed. So I will now show you this right now. There it is. When I first saw it, I was a bit skeptical. Let me just bring this up into full screen mode here. I know it's not the best quality. I got it off of Google. When I first saw this, I was very skeptical of it, and I didn't know what to think really. So that's your main big man here, Nemesis. We'll get into that later. Now let's have a look at this at the bottom here. As we can see, this is Gil and Carlos. Gil looks okay. Gil actually looks quite good. They changed the design on her clothing, like she hasn't got a I always called it boob tube because it just went up to her armpits and that was it. But this one looks like the actual proper blue shirt design, which looks a little bit better for today's quality of gaming for the actual clothing. And it looks like she's been through a few scrapes herself. She's got the belt with the stars RPD symbol on it, and yeah, looks true to the image of the original game. Carlos, he's got the tactical rev, he's got the machine gun. However, I'm a bit 50-50 with the hair. I don't know why they had to do him with a hairstyle like that, but to be fair, you can actually see that it's Carlos in there. And they made him look a bit older and more rugged as well, which I suppose it suits him. Now, if you look at the background here, it's like a panorama of the cityscape there, which obviously we all know, like Resident Evil 3 is set in the city, for the most part anyway. And it's going to be amazing to explore that sea fully. Hopefully it's going to be like fully explorable. Mainly because, like in Resident Evil 2 remake, they had parts of the city that you could go through, and not very much, but it did definitely have like parts you could actually get through. But I always did think to myself, what if when I was making Resident Evil 2, they actually rendered out, scanned for all the components, and completely had made all the assets for the Raccoon City, the actual streets and the alleys and stuff, and some inside the buildings as well. I always thought, what if they actually did that? And if they did, it would save them a lot of time doing Resident Evil 3 because they would already have the assets ready. Which, because it got me thinking, that is why we are getting Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake earlier than expected. It's rumoured to come out in March. I'm not sure on that yet, but it's just a rumour at the minute. We got the Resident Evil 3 tag here, basically same font as the Resident Evil 2 remake. Now let's have a look at Nemesis himself. Now starting off, it looks like he's got a load of caution tapes around him, and like Here, just below the logo here, he's got like a tank sort of thing with a hose going through into his shoulder, it looks like. So I'm guessing that's some sort of power pack something. And it looks like that's over his heart, so it's covering its heart. Which is interesting take. I do remember the original Nemesis having the same like pipe. I always thought it was like a vein or an artery, but they actually made it a lot more like a hose pipe connecting to him, giving him like life force from this like mechanical heart thing. So it looks like the heart might be mechanical, and he just gets it replaced. And he got this like cable here for it as well. Looking at the face looks a bit weird, to be fair. Like, he's got stitches here, but not all the way around his head. Uh, his eyes look the same as they always did. They gave him a nose for some reason, because Nemesis doesn't have a nose in the original. However, it looks like someone just punched him in the face because it's dislocated. And he's got these clumpers for teeth. That bothers me for some reason, because Nemesis teeth in the original one are like short and stubby ones, and they're not as long. But we're gonna have to get used to it, because if this is true, then yeah, we'll have to get used to it. There is another picture, version Z here. This is the Biohazard. This is the Japanese one. Here you can see a side view, like he's got no ears, and his nose still is crooked, and he's got his really weird teeth again. Basically more of a detailed look on him. It's where his skin's starting to tear off because his head is like longer. So obviously it's stretching his flesh out. You can see the hose and the this tank heart mechanism thing that he's got on. I'd like to know what this yellow tag says on it. But you can actually see the tape better. It looks like a mesh tape on him as well, and you can see the skin underneath his clothing. So it looks like, because this is a tyrant, but they actually gave him flesh, like he's not like a mechanical tyrant all the way. It looks like he's got mechanical components to him in this one here. So that was basically it for this video. I know I wanted to keep it short, but I don't think there's anything else to say on the matter. But it looks interesting. It looks semi-appealing. Now, this could have been a like a beta draft on the design. So hopefully, in the next month or so, that they would have a more finalized version. Because if this is going to be the box art, then it's going to be different for Europeans and the UK, like me, because the actual box art of Resident Evil 2 Remake, when we got that one, was a little bit different to the one that we saw online. So they may tweak it, make it look different for the West. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to do that, but I'm going to put my faith into them. And if the game does get released in March, then I know it's confirmed in March, then I will pre-order it as soon as possible. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good one. It looks decent. The box art looks decent. Any other news drops, I'll be sure to touch on it. Also, in a few days' time, I think a couple of weeks, I'm not quite sure. The actual Game Award is going to be on, so maybe Capcom's going to make an announcement. And I think there's another convention, like a gaming convention, that Capcom's going to be at. So yeah, they might make an announcement on this then. We might get a teaser trailer. We don't know yet. Anyway, I've been Nick Smith, and I'll see you guys next time.